Hello, everybody. Hello. This outfit's kind of sketchy, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little sketchy. I don't even know if I want to use the headphones anymore. Maybe chat, maybe I should just stop streaming with headphones, because I don't need to hear it, right? And now it's like, my audio jack on my computer started making this weird click sound. Now I have it plugged into my audio interface, which is fine, but like, every time I have my microphone turned on, it's like a monitor. It's it's weird though. It's like real time, so I can like hear myself as I'm talking. It's very disorientating. So I might just move these over here for now. Just put these over there. Oh my god, that's so scary. Okay, this dress may be a mistake. This dress might have been a bit of a mistake. Let me just yeah. Anyway, is this dress safe? I hope so. Should I? I mean, I chose it because it's light. You know what, chat? Hold on, I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second, chat. I'll be right back. Where's my? Do I not have a BRB screen anymore? What's with that? I'll be right back, chat. Much better. Much better. Much better. I will say, I wish it didn't show off like my shoulders as much. And I'm not a big fan of this dress. Got it. I'm hot for Astra. Yeah, that was a bit sketchy, but now we should be good. We should be okay. I'm not sure if I like the pigtails. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I'm not sure if I like the pigtails. Maybe I'll just do this. I'll just do that for now. There we go. I like your shoulders? I don't. I'm glad someone does. It's better if I'm honest. Yeah, I didn't like the pigtails look. I tried it. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. This outfit, not the best. How much money for your maid service? Enough for me to live off of for like 6 months. Anyway, chat, I have soup. I don't usually eat on stream, but right now, I'm super hungry. Or more specifically, I just haven't had, $5? What do you mean $5? I can't live off of $5 for 6 months? What's wrong with you? I don't know how I'm gonna eat this, chat. I wonder if I should just put it up here. And then just sort of move my head over here. But yeah, I have not eaten enough this week, so I'm trying to eat more. Damn, it's hot though. I don't know, maybe I'll put on a different outfit. I'm kind of not liking this one. What do you think, chat? Here, I'll do a fit check, and you guys can tell me if you like this outfit or not. It just is too low on the shoulders. Like, I feel like it needs to be up here. What do you think? What do you think? Change outfit or no? It's like, I don't like my shoulders. Cute. Kind of like it. I'm gonna change outfit, chat. I'll be right back. Improvement or not? It's not the greatest, but I think it's an improvement. You think Twitch staff wasn't here? Why? I don't think it was not TOS. I just didn't like how it made my shoulders look. I don't think it was like TOS or anything. However, hair back up. Okay. There's like one strand of hair. Okay. I have the soup. I have the soup, chat. You can't see it because my microphone's in the way, but I got the soup. It's pretty good. It's pretty good soup. I don't usually do eating streams, so this is a rarity. So if you don't like it, then that's okay. I probably won't eat again next stream, but if you do like it, then savor it, because I'm probably not going to do it again next stream. I always vote for more skin showing. Yeah, but like, I don't know. Mukbang stream? Yeah, I don't think it counts as a mukbang if I just have like, man. Maybe I will put on my headphones again. Here we go. I think it counts as a mukbang stream because it's just it's just one slightly small thing of soup. Getting black belt tonight. Although Astra, I've been trying to price that shotgun just for fun, but it's difficult to find all the cool parts. Yeah, it's a really cool shotgun. It's got a lot of cool stuff on it. It's a good shotgun. Like I miss it. I mean, to be fair, if I hadn't sold it, I wouldn't have shot it since then. So it's like I feel like I don't like I like that shotgun a lot. It's just not something that I need. I like my Vepr 12. Like, I have other semi-automatic shotguns, so I don't need that one. And it was really nice. So, but it was needed, a necessary sacrifice for the Purple Rain bike, chat. Also, look what I got. Look at this, chat. I got an emotional support prince. Look at this is my little emotional support prince. It's in good hands, yeah. I'm glad I went to somebody I know too. I feel like that makes me feel better about it. It's good soup. It's good soup. You're looking marvelous this evening. Oh, thank you, thank you. I definitely don't feel marvelous. I don't feel marvelous. I feel like shit. Did you go to KFC last night? No, I didn't. I ended up getting like mac and cheese from Wawa, and I didn't eat very much. I ate like not that much of it. So I literally didn't eat anything on Monday. I ate like 2 small mac and cheese things and a small mashed potatoes on Tuesday, and then I ate like barely any mac and cheese on Wednesday. So I like haven't eaten this week like at all, which to be fair is understandable. You know, having your teeth ripped out kind of sucks, and I'm really like nervous. I'm really nervous about this site, so I'm trying to take it as easy as possible. It's like all the fun things are banned for like a 2-week period. Like no vaping, no Mountain Dew, no hard food. What's Prince holding? It's just a little sign that says emotional support Prince. Dearly beloved, I'm here to get through this thing called life. It's great. I love it. Still got your fangs? I got one fang. I got like one. The other one's kind of not there anymore, but I got one. I'm thinking about maybe eventually going to a dentist to have it like sharpened, or maybe added onto. I don't know. The insurance wouldn't cover that, so I'd have to pay out of pocket for that one. Does it still hurt? It doesn't really hurt. Like this morning, it was very sore and it was hurting this morning, but then I took some ibuprofen and it seems to be doing better. It doesn't hurt, like, right now it doesn't hurt. I'm just, like, always paranoid that, like, the blood clot's gonna fall out. And I'm like, fuck. It's very nerve-wracking. But I think it's fine. I think it's doing alright. I think it's doing well. Like, it seems like it's healing good. It doesn't feel like it's not hurting. It's like I'm not spitting up as much blood anymore. So I think it's fine. I think it's doing alright. But, you know, there's only so much you can do with, you know, when you get your wisdom teeth out. I didn't even know I was getting my wisdom tooth out. I knew I was getting a tooth pulled, but I didn't know I was getting my wisdom tooth pulled. I mean, drinking non-carbonated beverages. What are you eating? I'm eating chicken noodle soup from Chick-fil-A because my mom got it for me, and so I'm gonna eat it because I'm not like that hungry right now, but I should eat. I need to eat this. I shall have this. Chat, if you've never had a frozen lemonade from Chick-fil-A, it's so freaking good. What kind of soup is it? It's chicken noodle. Grandma would be disappointed if I didn't eat it. I know, right? The only thing is she just got home with it, like 5 minutes before I started my stream, so it's like I wanted to eat it before the stream, but so I usually eat this with a straw, but I'm on a no straw rule right now. My friend's grandfather fell in his garage, broke his nose, and his car grill. He said it looked like a murder scene. What? That's terrible. Fuck, dude. Dude, old people are fragile, man. They are fragile. Like, yeah, when I was at that dentist appointment, I saw that old guy, like, they picked him up after he'd fallen on the ground, and they got him on the stretcher, and I saw his head. It was like, it's like someone took a bat to his head. He had, like, a huge, like, bloody spot in his forehead. I was like, oh my god. It's so weird how, you know, if I fell, like, in the parking lot, I'd be alright. You know what I mean? Like, I could bounce back I'd be, like, embarrassed, but even if I had a big gash in my head, I'd probably be fine. But, like, dude, if an old person goes down, it's like, it's bad. I'm not that fragile. McFlurry are better than a frozen lemonade from Chick-fil-A? You're wrong. You're wrong about that one. The frozen lemonade from Chick-fil-A, this is not sponsored, so I'm not gonna turn the cup over, but it's... I'm just saying. Don't buy it though, because I'm not sponsored, but it is pretty top tier. But don't get it because I said so, because again, not sponsored. Maybe okay, just was shocked at how much blood there was. Dude, old people just they're fragile beings, man. They just if you tip them over and they fall down, dude. One time I was at this like camp. It wasn't a camp, but it was like a family vacation. We used to rent this whole like resort as a family. So like there's this resort in Colorado, and it's just a bunch of cabins, and you can rent individual cabins there if you're just like a family. But the way we did it was our whole family rented out the entire place for like a week. It was sick. And so like it was like all my different like extended family and everything. And my great grandma was usually the one who funded it. And she was there, and I was like 16 or something like that. And I was helping her back to her room, and she tripped and fell, and I was like so mortified. I was like, oh, it was so bad. Very problematic. What, Chick-fil-A? What's wrong with Chick-fil-A? What's wrong with a homophobic chicken? I love my homophobic chicken. Phil Collins looks incredibly fragile. How old even is he, dude? He's fucking old. He broke grandma. She was okay, like she was fine, but like it was not fun for me. Like she was okay, and no one was like blaming me or anything, but I was just like, fuck. Bailey J said her only non-prom job was Chick-fil-A. Well, I applied at Chick-fil-A. Fun fact, I did apply. I interviewed at Chick-fil-A. And, they did not hire me. Obviously. Are you saying good job like I'm a fucking 5-year-old? Like, what? What? Have I, like, regressed in age and no one told me? Why is everyone treating me like a 5-year-old recently? What the fuck? It's like, goddamn, the dentist. Not my chat, what the fuck? Imagine chat fighting to give Astra mouth if she was choking. This just in, a local femboy chokes to death while 30 other people try to give them CPR at the same time. Thou shalt not recite the ancient meme. I'm not talking about the ancient meme. I'm just saying in general, people are fucking... What the fuck? Like, who... What? Why? I'm 25, goddammit. I'm a goddamn adult here, eating my chicken noodle soup. And after I eat this chicken noodle soup, chat, I'm gonna go... You're goddamn right, I'm gonna go get some fucking nuggies. But I'm a 25-year-old adult. It's my decision to get nuggies if I want to. Disco. I love how mad it makes you, Disco. It's like I knew it was gonna make you mad, and so I said it, and then you did get mad, and it's just like... I'm sorry. This is immoral. It's not immoral. You know what? It's a free goddamn country. I can say nuggies if I want to. Oh, but Astra, you're 25. You shouldn't say nuggies. What are you, the fun police? You're having too much fun over here. I heard someone say nuggies, and now you're having too much fun. Here we say nuggets. Just be sorry, I think, for 1 second. It's okay if you have to let a little gas at everyone. Wait, what? Gas? What? Chat, you should know by now, I don't fart. I don't. Like, I rarely ever fart. Unless I'm, like, really, like, bloated and I know I need to, like... But, like, I do that in the bathroom, right? Like, I don't ever, like, just sit here. Even if I'm alone, I don't just sit here and just rip ass, dude. I don't do that. Sorry if I offended. What? Wait, what did you say? Yeah. Only if BB was here, then he'd confirm. Well, I feel like he knows. Like, I just don't do it. Did you do it for $5? No, not $5. Probably like $20. You give me $20. Could you imagine that, chat? Like, first of all, I'm not gonna do that because I think that's TOS. But second off, imagine if I did that and I, like, someone donated $20 and you just hear this, like, sound and I'm like, oh no. Chat, I need to go to the bathroom. But that's $20 is $20. You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right about that. I just bought the Cat's new cat fountain, so I gotta recoup that cost. You're right. What are we talking about? I don't fucking know, man. I don't even know. Stop, Derek, stop. You're making me mad. Stop. We're not making this the new rage bait, alright? We're not doing that. Head cream after 1 gifted sub. That's what we're talking about, man. Easy easy trains, bro. Also, thank you, Hellman, for gifting this up to Disco. Thank you so much. Luckily, this soup isn't very big, so I'm almost done, chat. Then all the people who, like, hate seeing people eat on stream can tune back in. Good pony. No, that is rage bait right there. That is rage bait. God. Don't even remind me of that, dude. You know, I don't even care. Oh, thank you so much, Teresa, for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Level 2. Like, Listen, I don't even care how cringy it is. I don't care, man. My Little Pony was the shit. That was the shit back in the day. Like, I don't give a shit, man. That was so good. I feel like maybe part of the reason I also feel like that is because I also wasn't an adult when I watched it, but I don't care. I will rewatch that shit. It was so good. It was so good. How much money for you to do an Ahigaho face? Is that TOS? Am I allowed to do that? Because if it's not TOS, then 20 bucks. But if it is TOS, then no. That show was so good, man. That show is so good. I don't even think, like, you guys just, you had to be there. You missed it. You missed the glory days of ponies. We need CRJ on retainer at this point. I don't think CRJ likes to hang out in my stream. He comes in here sometimes, but very infrequently. Stop! I'm gonna stop eating if you keep doing that. I swear to God. If you keep fucking doing that, I will stop eating. Pitch it. This bra looks weird under this dress. They frequently making a hair face, but if you do it once, then it's okay. Well, I don't want to mess with the Twitch gods right now, if I'm being honest with you. So I'm gonna say no for now. Your breath taken off? Thank you. There's like a piece of chicken that got back there. How's the teeth feeling? Pretty good. It's not too bad. I'm just paranoid that it's gonna, like, I'm trying to avoid having the, like, dry socket or whatever it is. I'm really trying to avoid that. So far I think we're doing alright though. I think I'm gonna try eating nuggets or nuggies. Sorry, I'm gonna try eating my nuggies after the stream, or at least maybe a little bit after the stream. But so I'm gonna try. It's like the first like hard food I'm gonna eat, and since I had it done, hopefully it will be okay. I think I got at least one dry socket after wisdom teeth. Wouldn't recommend. Yeah, I don't want to deal with it. It sounds like not a fun time, and I'm really paranoid. So like I haven't hit the Benjamin. I've been a good little femboy, and I have not had the Benjamin. I have had no straws. I also had no Mountain Dew. I haven't drinking Mountain Dew since fucking Monday, chat. I'm going with withdrawals right now. It's bad. It's real bad. These are great. Now I have to pay for my nuggies. Damn penguins. Here's a pat on the head. I don't like how this is turning out, chat. I don't like how every time I take a bite, someone's like, "Good girl." I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that one. I'm gonna not eat if that's the case. This is why I don't eat on stream, chat. This right here is why I don't eat on stream. Good pony. At least good pony, I don't get as mad about because a good pony is clear rage bait. Right? I'm like far enough removed from it that it's clear I don't get upset by that one, but hello every pony. Maybe a belly rub. So remember how Homegirl quit for like 3 weeks and was going through it. I think the problem with Mountain Dew is it's like partly Like, I think my body's kind of gotten used to just always having it, and so it's like, it's just whenever I stop drinking it, it's like my body is like, wait a minute, where is this influx of sugar every 15 minutes? Where's my hourly influx of high fructose corn syrup? Give you an opportunity to redefine your relationship with Mountain Dew? No. No. Probably I should, but no. No. I mean, it's not like I've been drinking something better. I've been drinking Gatorade. I've been drinking fucking Gatorade. And it's like, Gatorade's okay, but it's probably not better than Mountain Dew, if I'm being honest. Can't remember the pony. Wait. I can't remember the pony you dreamed about. Was it Dash? No, I had a dream that I was Fluttershy. No, I had a okay, there's a whole story behind this dream. There's a whole story arc. It's complicated. Like, the Fluttershy part only came in at the end, and it was just like, it was a weird dream, but long story, TLDR, I jerked off in a bathroom as Fluttershy, and some guy with a Spanish guitar tried to serenade me in the women's bathroom, and I was very uncomfortable. It was a very weird dream, Chad. It was a very, very weird dream. I actually don't understand. You dreamed, you jerked off in a dream? Yeah, it was, I don't know if it was a wet dream, per se. I mean, it might have been. I don't know. It was such a weird, I think if it was a wet dream, it was so odd. That was so, like, there was no mess when I woke up, so I guess it's not a wet dream, because I've never had that happen where I woke up and was like, what happened? That's never happened to me. But, like, fucking, this dream, it was just such a, like, a batshit insane dream. I remember it so vividly. It's crazy. Fluttershy's kind of cute. I understand now. What do you mean you understand? There's no why. There's no reason for it. It was weird because it wasn't like from the third person. It was from the first. It was like a first person view, and I didn't recognize anything odd about it. Like, I was just like, yeah, this is just how it is. Like, I didn't recognize anything odd about it, except for I didn't have hands, I had hooves, and it was very weird. It was an odd time, chat. Let me just say that it was an odd dream. Ghost Coon. Fought demons to forget this. I hate you. You fought demons. What do you want to forget? It's a great story. It's my favorite dream I've ever had. I love the story behind it. You know when you have a dream, it's like sometimes you have a dream and then you wake up and it's just like poof, it's gone. You know, you don't remember any of it. And then other times you have a dream and it gives you a lifelong story that you can always tell to people and make them extremely uncomfortable. I'm gonna check with IRGC on whether this stream should be blockaded. Too much internet for Astra at the time. Yeah, too much something at the time. I don't know. I was a weird little kid, chat. I was a weird little teenager. But hey, I grew up into a weird little adult, so it worked out. Was it Esteban trying to serenade you? I don't know who it was, but it was some guy. He had like he had curly black long hair, like it was down to like his shoulder, and it was like, I think he had like a goatee, like the kind of like Spaniard goatee where it was just like that little thing. And he was very slick about it. He had like his like leg on the fucking sink, and he was playing the guitar, and he's like, "Hey, baby," and I was like, "What the fuck? What are you doing here? This is the girls' bathroom. You shouldn't be in here." And the weird thing about this is this dream happened before I was trans, so the dream started off, and I was just like my normal self. And then at some point in the dream, I just switched to being Fluttershy, and I have no idea why. No idea. I'm trying so very hard to not eat on my left side. This bores me. This bores me. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it there for the soup. I think that's good. We're right on the soup. It's good soup, chat. It's good soup. That actually is some pretty good soup. From a weird wee lad to a weird woman. Look how you turned out. Base as fuck, grown ass femboy. Dude, sometimes I think about, like, if I could just... I wish that I could just go back in time and show, like, 14-year-old, 15-year-old me, like, what I would turn into. And I just wish I could do that. Because I know I would be, like, so fucking, like, what the fuck? Was it Dave Chappelle in a Prince costume? No, he wasn't black. He was fucking, like, he was, like, Spanish. He looked Spanish. He looked like a spaniel. Odd in particularly is good. Odd in peculiar is good, sometimes. Problem with this is that it's gonna look like I'm eating cum because it's white. It's worthy. But your past self thought it was going to be the... I thought we were going to be taller. Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that would be a thought that would cross through my mind. Is, wow, you are not tall. Because I didn't... Chat, I realized I was short, like, embarrassingly late. I realized I was short at, like, 19. Like, at 19 years old, I realized I was a short motherfucker. And I, like... I didn't realize it until then, and I was just like blissfully naive about how small I was. How tall am I? I'm 5'4", or 5'3", depending on the day. It's like right. It's like either 5'3 3/4 or 5'4". It's one of the two. Nobody would clip that. You mean, aw, it's so cute. Listen, dude, I realized this. I remember the moment. I think I've talked about this on stream before, but I remember the moment when I realized I was short. I remember it so vividly. I was in college, and I was in Diesel College, and we were going back to our classroom, and we were all on break, and so we were going back to the classroom, and all of my classmates were all walking in kind of a line back to the classroom. And in our school, there was like a cabinet, a display cabinet that had a bunch of memorabilia of Diesel shit and pictures and whatever the fuck. And they had that, and I could see our reflections in that. And I remember just looking at all my classmates were like up here, right? And then I saw my head, and it was like way down here, and I was like, oh shit. Like, I knew I wasn't tall, but, like, I never realized I was that short, and it was about that time that I realized that I hadn't grown in, like, 3 years, so I was, like, done. Like, I wasn't gonna get taller, and so there was this moment of, oh, I am small. It's like that Plankton meme, it's like, I can deny it no longer, I am small. So jealous, to be honest. small. Yeah, I like being small, to be honest with you. I wouldn't, if I had a button that I could click that would make me taller, I would not click it. So, if I had a button that made me shorter, I probably would click it, so. But that's like, now I'm like feminine, so that makes more sense, right? Like I'm a femboy. But like back then, I was a diesel mechanic. Like I didn't even understand. I would click that button. I didn't even understand how short I was, chat. I was... Don't clip that. Thank you, Cruz of Discord, for the follow. Thank you so much. I'd rather click the button to be taller. I don't want to be 5'10". Yeah, but at least you're not 6 foot. There are trans people that are 6 foot. I mean, think about it. Finster's 5'10", I think. So, if you're not taller than Finster, you're probably alright. Even at 5'7", I was shorter than most of the kids in school. Heck, I'm shorter than all of my friends. Yeah. And well, 5'7" for a guy, I feel like is just below average. I think like 5'8" is kind of the average, and 5'7's like, you're not short. I wouldn't call a 5'7" person short. But I think 5'6" is where you get to the short. Like, you're short king if you're 5'6" and under. I feel like 5'6" and under is like, you're short king. But, like, if you're 5'4" and under as a guy, it's, like, Jover. It's so Jover. It's so bad. Fembo UK is, like, 6 foot. Yeah, Fembo UK is 6 foot. I think Cow is 6 foot, if I'm not mistaken. I think Nano is, like, 5'5" or 5'6" or something. I bet you if me and Nano, like, showed, like, saw each other, we'd probably be very similar in size, if I had to guess. But, the only person who has me beat, I think, is Maddie. Maddie is one short motherfucker. Maddie is one short motherfucker. She's like, what is Maddie, like 5'2"? That lucky bastard. Not a few inches taller. Maddie's small. Moike is also chiseled. Blondie is the same height. 5'4" is my nipple height. I don't know, one thing, you know, I like being short, but the thing is, most people, I feel like when most people, like, see me in real life, they're like, oh, you're not as short as I thought you'd be. Like, I feel like most people have that kind of thought when they see me in real life. I've had that happen multiple times, that people are like, you're not as short as I thought you'd be. But, you know, which I guess is fine. You're tiny on screen. Well, Disco, didn't she think that? Like, wasn't that something that you thought in your head? Disco and Hellbent, what did you think when you saw me in person? Like, were you like, wow, this Astra's taller than I thought they would be? You're as short as I expected. Okay, well, fuck me, never mind. It's so strange how people perceive people's height different in person. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It kind of stopped growing right after high school. I stopped growing in high school. Chat, I realized recently, like, I was like 90 pounds up until, I didn't crack 100 pounds until I turned like 16, chat. It was bad. If I told you you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? No? Tiny. Tiny. But you're short, but my wife is only 5 foot, so you didn't seem that short to me. So there you go. There you go. See, like, 5 foot is short, though. That's really short. But I guess it makes sense, like, if you're already kind of a shorter guy, like, if you're, like, under 5'8", I guess having a girl that's, like, way shorter is probably pretty good. I feel like 5'4" is probably the ideal height for a woman. I feel like much shorter than that, you're getting into, like, jailbait territory. But much taller than that, then it's just, like, I don't know. I feel like, especially, like, models tend to be really tall. So I guess, like, like, you don't want to be too short. Five ten, 140 pounds, I feel huge. I mean, I guess 145 pounds is not very much for 5'10". But yeah, I mean, think about, like, Finster's 5'10", right? Literally every student and teacher would point out how fast I grew. My younger brother's like 6'6", though. Damn, really? Do they have basketball in England? You'd be killer at it. Was the shortest kid in school for a long time, but grew to 5'11". I have basketball courts all over England, but no one uses them. Yeah, because, like, it's England. Do you guys, like, I feel like England, like, basketball has got to be the most non-English sport. Like, I just can't imagine somebody doing, like, a, you know, a dribble, and they're like, really got to show on that one, bruv. And it's just like, that's not... The accent, just British and basketball, they just don't go together. I don't think they do. It's just, I feel like it's wrong. They have, like, a British person play basketball. When my cousin was taller than me, when I was a kid, now I'm taller than her. Canadian sport, plus I suck at dunking. The Canadian sport? Basketball isn't a Canadian sport. What the fuck are you talking about? You mean basketball is a Canadian sport? It's not a Canadian sport. Basketball is, like, truly an American sport, I feel like. What other country does basketball like America? I don't think anybody does basketball like America does basketball. Basketball originated in the United States. It was invented in December of 1891 by Dr. James Naismith, a Canadian physical education instructor at the institutional YMCA training school. So the guy was Canadian, but it was invented in the United States. So I think that means it's the United. I think we can claim it then. I think that means that we can claim it. Yeah, if it was made by Canadian, that's fine. But like, if you made it in America, then that's still ours. I think we can still claim that. I think we can still claim that one. Hello, Puck. Yeah, I ordered you a new fountain. Hope you like it, Puck. It's not gonna get here for a couple days, though. Claimed by home court advantage. Same colonies? Not even, dude. Get out of here. Get out of here. We rebuilt the fucking White House. You can burn it down all you want, but we fucking rebuild that shit. Yeah, get out of here, man. China's the next country with the most basketball. For some reason, I feel like that makes more sense, and I don't know why. I feel like Chinese people are definitely shorter on average than Americans, so it doesn't... I definitely think if you were to have a competition between American basketball players and Chinese basketball players, we'd probably smoke them. But like, for some reason, I feel like China gets down with some ball. I feel like China's kind of a baller kind of country. And plays basketball. Is Yao Ming. North Korea gets down. They ballin' over there. those Asian countries are ballin', bro. You just go over there and just, you know, where they like bounce the ball in between their feet, and they're like, you know, they're like, that was a weird dance. China will have the occasional tall guy. Yeah, but it's a lot more rare. I think just on average, genetically, like, I think I would be much less short if I went to, like, Asia. Professional basketball player. Professional basketball player. Is that how Astra plays basketball? It's like she had a seizure. I don't have a bat. I don't have a ball here. I can't dribble. I can't dribble without a ball. I need to, you know. Listen, dude, I would smoke y'all in a court. Remember that Dave Chappelle bit about how Prince would smoke somebody in basketball even though he was short? That's me, even though I haven't played basketball in ages. I legitimately have not played basketball since I was like 12. Dribble your balls, Astra. Fuck, dude. Professional basketball player here. The average U.S. height isn't that far from the average height isn't that far from the U.S. height, but there are pro ballin' a lot fewer outliers, you know. I think it also depends on like which part of the country you're in. I feel like you have certain taller or shorter people. It just depends on like kind of like genetic demographic of the area. It's like, you know, Minnesota has a lot of like Norwegian like immigrants and like Scandinavian immigrants. So like I feel like Minnesota probably has taller people than like Virginia or something. I don't know. Probably. As long as you don't serve me pancakes after. I love that story. That's so fucking funny. I keep like checking on my tooth to make sure it's okay. Fit check. Okay. Meanwhile, Dutch people are tall as fuck. Yeah, they are. Tallest bodybuilder's like 7'2". Fuck. The Europeans are tall, pretty tall. More recent immigrants from Central America, probably not so much. Yeah. Take the belt off. You don't need it. Okay, chat. Belt or no belt? I feel like the belt breaks it up a little bit. It looks just like I'm wearing a blanket a little bit without the belt. I like the hair partially covering the eyes. You mean like this? It accentuates your waist. I need to be like staying. You have a great figure. Let's speak for itself. Okay. Need to get going on squats. Yeah, I do too. I just hate exercise, man. I'm just not a big exercise fan. Don't like it very much, chat. Exercise, just kind of lame. Here, let me can I move this closer actually? Oh yeah, that should work better. There we go, chat. Now audio should be better now. Is the mouse better? I mean, it's gonna take a little bit longer. I didn't realize going into it that I was gonna have to recover for like 2 weeks, but yeah, it's still recovering. We're still recovering, chat. We hear the keychain. Yeah, I know. I tried to like not let it bounce, but if it, it's like really loud when it touches. Your cake needs 0 improvement? Then why do you keep sending me steppers? What did that mouth do? It got removed. They went in there with some pliers and they yanked my tooth out. Which honestly, pretty brutal. Removed a mouth. They removed 2 molars from my mouth, chat, and it hurt. I only sent 2 steppers. Only 2. Oh my god, chat. I'm getting like, I feel like I ate, and now my body's like, yep, it's time to sleep now. So I'm like, I'm crashing in real time. I'm like... Is 1 not enough? No, apparently not. Apparently not. I should use it though. I need to use it. The problem is I just don't feel like it does very much. I'd rather do more like, I'd rather just do squats because I feel like it does better. Like it's easier just to do. You don't have to exercise for as long to get the same amount of results. First they fixed Astra's chipped tooth, and then they removed her teeth. They overhauled Astra's mouth. They did overhaul my mouth a little bit. I had this fucking tooth back there, and it was dead as fuck, and so it needed to be removed. But they also removed the wisdom teeth as well as that tooth, and I wasn't expecting them to remove both. I did not know they were removed. I thought they were removing 1 tooth and doing a filling. Instead, they removed 2 teeth and did not do the filling. So I have to have the filling done on fucking 12th like now. It just sucks. It's like I don't want to fucking go down. I don't want to do that, dude. Fuck. Do you ever watch that powerlifter Anatoly? Oh, I've seen that guy before, I think. I don't remember. Something overhaul these nuts. Overhaul these nuts in your mouth, bitch. Pretty teeth when all done? I mean, I don't know if they're gonna be pretty. The guy, one of the guys that was like cleaning my teeth on the other appointment was like, have you ever thought about braces? And I was just like, damn, thanks for telling me my teeth are crooked without telling me my teeth are crooked. It's like, fuck, dude. I'm gonna go turn off this fan. I'll be right back. Those teeth have taken severe Mountain Dew damage. I don't think it was Mountain Dew damage. I think it was ice damage. Something about me falling on the ice. I wasn't so rectangular. It's not fair. Astra's so hot and not rectangular. Dude, I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. Trust me, I feel the same thing. I've lost the weight to have the waist I want, but the bones are in the way. Yeah, bones are hard. Those are like the real fuckers. You can't do much about bones. There is some surgeries you can get, but bones are hard to deal with. My mind is probably better to be a little bit heavier and not have like the waist, so that I feel like something like I've trapped a lot of like femboys fall into is they go too skinny, and then it's like it's just their bones. They just look like skin and bones. I feel like, unironically, a lot of people look more feminine when they have a little bit of fat on them. Especially if you're on HRT, HRT really only affects your fat deposits, and so if you don't have any fat, HRT is not going to do that much. I mean, it will do a little bit, but it's not going to do as much as maybe you'd want it to. Yeah, you can have a small waist, but wider hips. Yeah. Bones are bad. Okay. Bones are bad. Okay. Oh, Moogie. I don't actually know how much Moogie drinks out of the water fountain, because she eats wet food. So I think she gets a lot of her wet moisture from the food she eats, but I don't know how much she actually eats from the water fountain. But I bought a new water fountain for them because the one they have is kind of gross, so I figured I would invest in my cats a little bit. Hello, Moogie. I got a ceramic one this time. It's like plastic. It's just like eventually the plastic just gets so fucked over time and it's just, Eats her waste. She eats her wet moisture from the water fountain, Astra said. From the what? She gets her wet. She gets her moisture from the wet food that she eats. The wet, like, canned food. Because Moogie basically exclusively eats canned food. But Puck almost exclusively eats dry food. And so, when Moogie eats her food, she gets a lot of moisture just from the actual, like, food itself, because it's so wet. But Puck has to... She drinks more from the fountain because she doesn't have... She just eats dry food. You literally said that? Did I actually say that, chat? I said she eats her wet moisture from the water fountain? Is that what I said? Did I have, like, a stroke? Yes, that's great. It's great, fantastic. Had a stroke mid-sentence and didn't even realize it. Chat, I'm getting worse. I'm getting worse, man. I'm gonna lose the ability to speak. But, like, in 10 years, I'm gonna turn on my stream and it's gonna be like, hello, buddy people, how doing today, are you? And then another 20 years after that, I'll be like, Draymond. Astra, I am. February, I am. It's the painkillers. I took ibuprofen like this morning, dude. What the fuck, dude? Maybe you're having strokes now? You literally said beans without chilling is... I did not say that. I did not say that, Disco, and it's not correct. And you're not gonna convince me that I said that. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that one to me. Get out of here. Get out of here, bro. It's wrong. Listen, you guys, you gotta give me a little grace. I swear to God, like every other day, it's chat's like having their own strokes, okay? It's not my fault most of the time. Is it subconscious? I did not though. I did not. I did not hit her. I did not. Hello, Moogie. We moved to Gaslight and Astra. I still don't know if I said that or not. Did I really say that? Or are you guys gaslighting me? Not the part about the beans, but the other part. I'm sorry you had your teeth out and you haven't taken any anti-inflammatory since this morning. Go take more right now, or what are you doing? I mean, it was like 2 p.m. when I took two ibuprofen like 6.5 hours ago, and I think I need to wait like 8 hours between ibuprofen. There's like a certain amount of time you have to wait, because it's like, you can alternate, like if you take ibuprofen, then you can take Tylenol 4 hours after that, and then you can alternate. But you're not supposed to take it like again and again. You have to wait a certain amount of time before you can take it again. And then it's like, my dentist told me not to have aspirin or Tylenol because they're not as good. They're like blood thinners, and so I don't want any blood thinning, because I don't want that like blood clot to like congeal, which it has, but I don't want to ruin it. Okay, she was just under anesthetic. Be careful with Tylenol, because too much of it can damage your liver. Yeah, I know. I'm always pretty cautious when it comes to Tylenol. I feel like Tylenol is one of those drugs that like people. There's so many people who don't like respect that part about Tylenol. They're just like pop them like they're candy. I had one guy in college, and he did that. He would like take so many fucking Tylenol and ibuprofen. He would just not care. I would be like, "That's bad for you," and he would be like, "Fuck it." And I was like, "Okay." But dude, that shit will fuck you up, man. That shit, you can really hurt yourself by taking too many Tylenol. Is it ibuprofen 600? That lasts 8 hours. Otherwise, ibuprofen is 4 to 6 hours. A Tylenol is anti-inflammatory, and it's not even relevant here. It's not an anti-inflammatory. Yeah, ibuprofen, I don't know what strength it is. It's just the little brown tablets. I don't even know why, but it's not in a bottle. It's in a little sandwich baggie with ibuprofen written on it. So maybe it's not ibuprofen. I've just been taking some random ass shit, but it looks like ibuprofen, so I think it's ibuprofen. But it's probably the 200 milligrams. So maybe I'll take some more after the stream. I ate an entire bottle of Flintstones vitamins. That's all God. Ibuprofen is generic for Advil and such. Yeah. If it was RX, it was probably 600. Otherwise, OTC is lower. It's OTC, definitely. I didn't get prescribed it. They didn't give me pain medication. They just told me to not take Tylenol. Wait, you say it's not super important, but you have a gorgeous kisser and beautiful body, so it's all good. Well, I mean, you know. Alright, I guess. Eat spinach. Man, getting my spinach, and then I'll have like big ass muscles. Moogie. Where are the muscles? The muscles. They're right here. Look at those muscles. Look at those muscles. What muscles? More olive oil than Popeye. More olive oil. Only if codeine was still allowed for pain relief. That shit was powerful. I don't know what I don't think I've ever had codeine before. I don't think so. Oxycodone. Can't you get like really hooked on those things? Isn't that like a isn't that what people get hooked on when they get hooked on painkillers? They get hooked on Oxycontin. I never understood how you get addicted to painkillers. Like, I know so many people do. It's very common. But, like, it seems to me like, you know, if I'm gonna get addicted to something, I might as well always enjoy it. Like, a cigarette, when you're smoking a cigarette, I doubt there's any part of you that's like, this sucks. I wish I wasn't smoking a cigarette right now, right? But, like, so, like, whenever you have that temptation to smoke a cigarette, it's, like, always gonna feel good. But, like, when you take like, a pain medication, and you're not in pain, you're just addicted to the fucking pain meds, what's the point? Like, you're not gonna feel, like, euphoric, you're not gonna be high, you're just gonna take pain meds, and you're just gonna be like, okay. To get high? Do you get high off of pain meds? Can you get high off of pain meds? Is that a thing? I thought pain meds didn't get you high. Am I wrong about that? I might be wrong about that, chat. I'm not addicted to pain meds, so I actually don't know. Like, form of morphine, I think, more or less. To get high. Hydrocodone and Oxycontin are opioids, not to be confused with opiates, which come from opium. I don't get high off them, but it sure helps with my pain. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if it helps with your pain, that's one thing. But I'm talking about people who are, like, not in pain, but are still addicted to the pain meds. Hair's so pretty? Oh, thank you. Actually not. It is so greasy and gross right now, but... Listen, man, I've had a rough week, alright? Give me a break. I'm addicted to Spam. I like Spam. I didn't used to like Spam, but then I became poor, and now I like Spam. I have a filter for that on my computer. A half a dozen football players offered to buy my codeine. I said no. Really? Half a dozen offered to buy it? That's crazy. I don't understand that because I have never felt anything but pain relief from pain meds. Yeah, I've never felt high from a pain med. I guess it depends on the kind they give you, because they give you fentanyl. Like, I guess fentanyl is a pain med to some degree, right? I'm addicted to efficient bowel movement. Powerful pain meds, it also triggers the release of dopamine and a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure, which can lead to a sense of euphoria and increase your risk of addiction. Huh. So it does release dopamine. Huh. Interesting. I love the extra unnecessary storage. I'm storage maxing? What? Spam is okay, high in sodium, but has a lot of convenience food. Yeah, I really like Spam. I don't need it that much. I do have a stock. I have like a good couple of cans of it though. It's just really easy protein that you can add to like a lot of things. Like, you don't have any food, but you have rice and Spam. Like, rice, Spam, and soy sauce is goated. It's fucking, this is struggle. Talk about struggle meals. That's a goated struggle meal. Thank you, Incognito Continuum for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. But like, if you have, especially if you have shallots, if you fry up some Spam, then you fry up some shallots in that same pan, and then you add that to some rice with soy sauce, it's pretty. It's actually pretty good. Pain medicine doc every 3 months, and they piss test me to make sure I'm not on anything else. Huh. There's some veggies in there. I don't have veggies. Okay, that requires me to own vegetables, and I do not have vegetables. And vegetables are dumb and gross. And who needs fiber, right? Incognito, Indigo. Okay, well, I'm sorry. It's Indigo. Thank you, Incognito. Listen, listen, give me a break. It's been a rough week, alright? Give me a break. Give me a break. It's been a week, okay? It's not the first time you've done that either. Yeah, I mean, Listen, it's easy mistake to make. Indigo is not what I think of. I think of incognito way more than I think of the color indigo. It also doesn't help that your name isn't indigo, it's pink. It's like if your nameplate was indigo color, then maybe I'd be like, oh, that would be indigo, but it's pink, so it doesn't compute in my head, alright? Vegetables are really convenient and pretty nutritious. They are nutritious, but I don't like vegetables. I don't like vegetables. I just want to eat my nuggies with no vegetables. You just have to read the words. Listen, you guys are forgetting I was homeschooled. I never went to high school. I didn't learn the same level of reading. Streamers read words. This is true. I do, you know, I guess that kind of is my job, if we think about it. My job is kind of reading. If I couldn't read, dude, it would be fucked. Imagine if you couldn't read. How could you stream if you were illiterate? I remember there was like a really scary stat about how many people are illiterate in the US. It's way more than you think. I mean, you would never forget Astra was homeschooled. What is that supposed to mean? Huh, Savvy? What is that supposed to mean? I'm gonna be associated with that. Incognito is what Astra does when she's alone? Shush. Approximately 79% of the US adults possess sufficient English literacy skills. Approximately 79% of US adults possess a sufficient English literacy skills level 2 or above for daily tasks, while 21%, about 43 million, have low literacy skills. Shockingly, over 50% of the US adults read below 6th grade level, and 54% fall below this proficiency, according to a recent finding. Dude, that sucks. I don't think I'd be in that top 79%, man. Of all the words to not read correct. Of all the words I could have fucked up on, it had to be the one word. And out of all of the sentences I had to fuck off on, it had to be that sentence about literacy rates. And all of the words in that sentence, the one I had to fuck up was literacy. Literally, fuck. Type slow, chat. You guys are typing too quickly. I can't read it when you type so quickly. Like misspelling the word spelling. Honestly, Asher, are you a little drunk? No. I'm not drunk. I'm very sober, but I also haven't eaten. I ate that soup, but that soup is like the first thing I've had since like last night. Oh. Maybe I'm just hungry. I don't know. Or maybe it's the fact that I can hear myself. This is like the first time I've had like my shit. It's like I hear myself as if I'm in the room. So it's like I'm hearing the way my voice actually sounds. And it's probably fucking me up a little bit. Because like normally, like if you talk without your like headphones on, right? You have your normal voice. But your normal voice actually sounds different to you than it does to everyone else. And so when you put on like your headphones and I can now hear what everyone else is hearing, it's like my brain's probably freaking out. That's why. That's what I'm gonna blame it on. Alright, chat? That's easy enough, right? It's like I'm hearing myself back, so it's fucking me up, okay? Give me a break. Give me a break. Some more girl waste? No one donated for girl waste though. I do need to practice girl voice more. OMG, chat. I need to practice girl voice so much more than I do. Sometimes I'll like watch a video and then I'll have like a trans person and they have a really good girl voice and I'll just be like so jealous. You hear the voice resonating in the bones of your face. Yeah. Maybe that's what's fucking me up too, is my face is different. Like, the bone structure of my face is different, because now I lost two teeth. Look at you, kitty cat. Hello. Your girl voice is 10, 10. It's 10 out of 10. Shit. Your tone is good. Now stop being a valley girl. Strongly disagree. From the 90s? Wait, what is... What, Savvy Fair, are you implying that my girl voice is not good? Yeah, that might be true. What is... Girl voice is good, just need a little bit more practice. It's the most discouraging thing you could ever say to a trans person. Like, okay. Onion Hot and Passing are different. I mean, like, the Valley Girl is just so easy, though. It's just like, and that's just, like, the way it is. Like, if I just do girl voice like this, like, I feel like my natural, like, the way I talk just kind of naturally turns into Valley Girl. Like, that's just sort of how it happens. Like, if I really focus on the girl voice right here, it just slips into the Valley Girl, like, really, really easily. And it has to do with inflections, I think. There's, like, the natural way that I change my inflection to sound more feminine. It just happens to be, like, a Valley Girl accent. Just a little bit. I mean, at least if I ever went to LA, I would fit right the fuck in. Valley Girl is hot. I will die on this hill. Astra is a Valley Girl. Just move to LA and you're all set. Why can I not have... Okay, why can I not have a Valley Girl accent? I'm not purposely doing the Valley Girl accent. So what's wrong with it? Do you like the computer says no? It says no. Or computer says no. Computer says no. Fuck, I love Little Britain. Your Valley Girl voice does it for me. You normally have vocal fry, and I don't when I do. I normally have vocal fry, and I don't when I do the Valley Girl accent. I mean, I'm not purposely trying to do Valley Girl. That's just the way my girl voice is, right? Like, if I just do my girl voice, and if I don't push into the Valley Girl more, it sounds more like this. And I talk like this is just not good, right? You have to have that little bit of airiness in the back of your voice, you know what I mean? That little bit of a je ne sais quoi, right? That's what you need to do. And if that makes me a Valley Girl, I don't fucking care. British voice is not good. I will also die on this hill after dying on the other hill. What, you don't like my British voice? Is that it? You don't like British accents? Is that it? You just don't love the Queen, eh? You don't love the Queen? You don't love the bloody Queen? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is your voice different before you took estrogen? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think estrogen really changes your voice. You have to get away from the nasal, yeah. But does my normal voice have vocal fry? I don't think my voice is very vocal fry-y. Your voice sounds much more natural now than when you first started streaming. I mean, I'd hope so. I've been doing it for years. I'm practicing it for years. I need to practice it more. I don't do nearly enough girl voice. Maybe chat, maybe I need to do another girl month of full girl voice. Maybe I should make that the next donation goal, is girl month voice thing. Nasally girl voice sounds like grumpy librarian. You did not return this book on time. I'm gonna have to give you a late fee. Are the pages crimped? That's gonna be at least another 25%. Give it a minute, it will go Aussie. It always does. If I ever start British, it will always go like... It always ends up... Ew, you want some shrimp on the barbie, eh, mate? Going down to get some roos down on the barbie. I can also sometimes do the New Zealand accent, which is different than the... It's very slightly different than the Australian accent. It's like... I have to channel in that one bitch from that one Star Wars show. Like, they talk a little bit more like, oh no, bro, you know, like that. You ever use your girl voice in public? Very rarely. Very rare. I probably should, but it's very rare. It's kind of embarrassing if honestly. I should probably use it more. Bad Batch, yes, Savannah, that was the one I was thinking of. Hunter? What are you doing, Hunter? Ask your British royal family voice. Doctor Who Star Wars show? No, it was the Bad Batch, which was one of the good Star Wars IPs. You could troll in public by using your girl voice. Maybe I should make a video about that, trolling people in IRL with my girl voice. Holy shit, Savvy Bear, thank you so much for the $30. Buy some fuel? I'll look into it, but thank you so much, Savvy, for $30. I will look into that. All hands on deck, New Zealand voice, Lamau. All hands on deck. Not a very hard bar as of late. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Should try the Southern Belle voice. What the fuck is the Southern Belle voice? Are you talking about the good old Southern boys? I can do a good old Southern boys. Now I live in the South, so this is really how I talk, chat. I don't know why that always comes in so late, goddammit. But you know what? I tell you what, this is actually how I sound. Whenever I go out in public, chat, this is how I sound right now. You guys don't even know, because I'm actually putting on an accent the entire goddamn time. This is how my natural voice sounds. This is true, authentic Astra. Tell you what. Tell you what. Tell you what. This is my best accent I ever done did. Tell you what. New Zealand has some fine Navy captains. Adjust your TTS? I don't even know why it does it. It just plays the TTS twice. I don't know why. I have to look into it. Astra Farm boys. Really, this is just my normal voice. This is I live in the South, tell you what, and this is how we sound down here in the South. I live in the deep South, chat. This is how everybody around here sounds. That's not actually true. Like, no one sounds like that. Funny thing about being in like Florida is even though you're in the South, no one fucking sounds like that. Very few people have that real thick Southern accent down here. You do the fakest Southern accent? What do you mean it's pretty bad? I thought my Southern accent was great. I thought my Southern accent was plumb perfect. Why would you say something about like, why would you say something like that about my Southern accent? It's so good, you don't even know. You don't even know. This is the most authenticated Southern accent you ever done heard. Let me tell you what, you never know what, you never even heard a goddamn Southern accent. Before, you never did heard no Southern accent like this before. I tell you what, this is the best goddamn Southern accent I've ever I'm sorry. Florida is too much influenced by northern retirees. Yeah. Yes, it is. As someone from the South, this hurts me to listen to. But Shadow, you live kind of in my area. You know that no people don't really sound like that even like in this area. Like most people just have like the standard American voice accent. It's like a Tennessee or Kentucky accent. And it's like from Texas. Texas here, that was painful. Why? Because it was so goddamn accurate? You know it was accurate. You guys might want to fight it all you want, but you know that was the most goddamn accurate accent you've ever heard. Y'all never did heard no accent like that before, I tell you what. South Carolina has the thickest syrup sound. Yeah, South Carolina, the Carolinas have some really thick accents. I don't think Georgia has much of an accent, though. I feel like people in Georgia just sound normal. Maybe that's why Florida also doesn't sound like that, because I guess, generally speaking, it's just like... I feel like people in the South, especially like nowadays, don't have that thick of accents. Accurate for a combo of every cartoon I've ever seen, sure. Georgia has a cultured Southern accent. Yeah, the Georgian accent's like, "Oh boy, why don't you go on and get down by the field again, boy?" Yeah, it has a thick accent. Yeah, I guess the only place I really have gone to in Georgia is Atlanta. And I feel like Atlanta, you don't hear that as much in Atlanta, but I guess it's still there. Arthur. Well, I have a plan, Arthur. We need to go to Tahiti, Arthur. We need to go to Tahiti, Arthur. Dutch. They canceled Smiling Friends, Dutch. Arthur. Atlanta's big city, Southern, yeah. I got to be. I mean, I feel like accents don't have anything to do with your race. I feel like it's more just the cultural accent in the area. Your Southern accent sounds more like Festus from the old Gunsmoke. See? I told you, authentic. You guys are shitting on my accent, because you goddamn know it's the most goddamn accurate Southern accent you ever done did heard, tell you what. You ever done did heard. I'm gonna learn you today about some Southern accents, chat. I gotta stop it, dude. I'm gonna lose. Everybody's gonna leave if I keep doing the accent. No, but when you think of Southern accent, 90% of people think white. I mean, that's fair, but I feel like I've known plenty of people not white that have had the accent. You have the typical American accent. Yeah, because I'm from the Midwest, so it's like the Midwest, and I think like to a large extent the Northeast kind of sounds like the same. Like unless you're in New York and Boston and like those kind of areas, a lot of the like there's very little difference between like the Midwest accent and like a Northeast accent, depending as long as you're not in like New York or Boston or Jersey. Those are the only places in the Northeast that I think have a distinct accent. But even those, like, they're kind of fading nowadays. But like if you go to Ohio, you go to fucking like Minnesota. I mean, I guess Minnesota has their own accent too, though. Minnesotans got that Minnesotan accent, don't you know? Yeah. Don't you know? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have family that sounds exactly like that. So Minnesota definitely has an accent, so it's interesting. So it's like the Midwestern accent really doesn't encompass all of the Midwest. It's more just like Iowa, Nebraska, Missouri, Kansas, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania. I think that's all that. I think those are the main states that have the American accent that isn't special or cool in any way. Minnesota definitely has accents, yeah. It was funny though, growing up in Iowa, there were a lot of people who had the Southern accent in Iowa. Like a bunch of people. Did I sound like I had an accent? I didn't notice it, but maybe I wasn't paying attention. I probably wouldn't have noticed because, like, your accent wasn't nearly as noticeable as Disco's accent. If you have a person who lives in the South, Trey, he would know how good the accent was. We have a bunch of people who live in the South. good portion of us live in the South here. This is the Southern stream, chat. We roasting other Americans tonight? We're always roasting other Americans. This is an American pastime. There's a film called Fargo, and every character has got that. Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's in like that's in North Dakota. Oh yeah, that's in North Dakota, don't you know? Oh yeah, you betcha, you betcha. Missouri has an accent. What accent does Missouri have? I feel like the southern part of Missouri maybe has a little bit of that southern accent, but like especially like St. Louis and Kansas City, like there's no accents there. Sure. Southern accent. I don't think I had no southern accent. Then there are the Pittsburgh Yinzers. Yeah, but I don't think that's much of a distinct accent. Like, I feel like I can tell, like, based off the way someone talks if they're from Pennsylvania, but, like, generally speaking, it's very subtle. A very subtle difference between, like, the rest of the normal American accent. I don't know, people sometimes tell me I have a Midwest accent, but I don't even know what that is. I don't think there is such thing as a Midwest accent. I just think I have the default accent. Maybe, chat, that's why I should use more girl voice, because at least my girl voice has a natural accent. I don't have to, at least I sound like I'm from an interesting place if I talk. If I just talk like this, I just sound like I come from an interesting place that's not the Midwest, right, chat? I get my natural, Valley girl accent without ever having to live in the Valley. At least in Pittsburgh we speak perfect Queen's English. We enunciate every word. How about that? Yeah, I guess that is kind of how Pittsburgh is. I might go to Pittsburgh soon, chat. I need to message Maddie actually. I probably should do that like tonight. But we might go up to Pennsylvania, chat. We might make a trip. We might do a little trippy doodah up to Pennsylvania, and so I'll learn firsthand what kind of accents there are in Pittsburgh. Talk to Maddie all the time. I don't talk to her all the time, but I need to hit her up and ask her like for some deets. To be honest, your accent has a bit of southernness to it. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't hear it. The joke Astra, we never fully pronounce any words. Is that true? I don't know, I'll have to investigate. We won the war not to speak Queen's English. Exactly. Chip cheerio. Philly has a complete different accent than Pittsburgh? What is the Philly accent? Is that like the New Jersey accent? Hey, you going down to Jersey Shore? We're going down to Jersey. You coming with? Down to Jersey? And then Boston is like... Boston? Get them all. Got down to Boston. What was like... Harvard Yard, Boston. I chose to have sex with this femboy. Not because he wants to, but because I am stronger. I like how the only like Boston accent I could just immediately think of was fucking JFK. I have a completely normal accent. Not to Americans. Actually crazy. Boy, one time I went to the grocery store and I bought some milk. Florida has a lot of distinct accents. This is very true. Florida's kind of a melting pot, so I feel like it's very natural for there to be a bunch of different accents here. You have a little bit of Minnesota accent sometimes? Really? Do I? Americans say I sound like an Indian. Ask Maddie if you can go Ask Maddie if you can go downtown when you visit her. Downtown? We go downtown. And we go downtown, go to the grocery store, push some buggies around. I mean, Essex. You sound like an Ohioan. What is that supposed to mean? feel like I'm not Ohio though. I've never been to Ohio. Fucking fucking JFK. I watched that show when I was younger, Clone High, and they had a JFK in that show, and it was, oh my god. Flip the pole. Around me, people go Downey Ocean in the summer for vacation. Downey Ocean in the summer. What? Do you ever get do you ever work out where to get the amp? No, I haven't figured that part out yet. I wonder if I can just rent one. Like, a part of me hopes, or maybe thinks that maybe I'll just be able to rent one. Maybe I'll call some, like, guitar centers up there and just ask if I can rent an amp or of some sort. Like, I don't know how much that would cost, but it might be worth figuring it out, because I think you can do gear rentals at Guitar Center, so it might be easier. I really don't want to ship my guitar up there, or fly with my guitar, is because it's always a risk when you're flying with the guitar. Please no vacuum tubes? Dude, okay, Shakur, you need to understand something right now. When we're talking about music, when we're talking about guitar music particularly, vacuum tubes are the best. They are not, there's no debate. There's no debate. Fully tube amplifiers, just like this one. Do you see that? Do you see that over there? There's tubes over there. Do you see that? You can see it. There's a tube. And it is so much better than any solid state amp ever. You will not go to the fucking guitar store and find a solid state amp that is better than the full tube amp. It's just not a thing. Get out of here with this rage bait. With this fucking obvious rage bait. Don't even at me, alright? Just don't. And you can make an argument that, like, for a microphone, maybe a solid state microphone might be better for certain applications. But I would make the argument that for my particular application, a vacuum tube microphone is actually better because I like the character it adds to the sound. Oh, but you can use the character and digitally. No, you can't. No, you fucking can't. You just can't. Alright? You just can't. Sorry, not happening. Get out of here with this fucking bullshit. Though, if I did rent an amp in Pennsylvania, it probably wouldn't be a tube amp, because tube amps are more expensive, so. Basically, Pittsburgh slang Ian's, y'all, Jagoff, Nebby, Slippy, Red, Nat, and Buggy. I will not remember any of that. I know Yins. How Yins doing? No, you're one of those people? What do you mean I'm one of those people? What do you mean I'm one of those people? You're Astra, I think being... Shut the fuck up. Tube amps are a hybrid amps sound much better than solid state. They do. They just fucking do, right? It's not... I'm sorry, but it just is. I mean, you think about the guitar sound that you think of in your head, that really distorted guitar sound, that comes from vacuum tubes. That sound comes from vacuum tubes. So you can try to recreate that sound without vacuum tubes, but it will never be as good as doing it with vacuum tubes because it's vacuum tubes. Dude, I remember I played live a couple times, and one of my amps that I have is this really cool Carvin amp, and it's a fully tube amp. Actually, I think it has some like transistors in there for some part of it, but the actual audio circuit of it for the actual audio, like the audio gain circuit, is all fully analog. It's fully tube, right? So when I fucking go and played live, all these people would bring their fancy new amps, and a lot of them were fully tube, but some of them were hybrid. And you know what? They played them, they sounded okay. But when I got up there with my fucking 90s ass full tube amp, people literally came up to me after the show and were like, dude, your guitar tone is sick. And I was like, thank you. Because it is sick. That amp is kick-ass, dude. I bought that amp for like $300. Best musical purchase I've ever made. That fucking amp kicks ass. I hate that I can't play it. I hate that I can't play it here. It's so annoying. I really want to get, one of these days I'm going to get an amplifier attenuator so I can actually play that amp in here. Al Gore invented the internet. Man-bear pig! Is the bridge pike coming along? I'm just waiting until I can sell my toolbox so that I can afford to have the tires mounted on the rims and the wheel bearings replaced. And then at that point, it's actually fairly close to being done. There's a couple things I'll have to address before it's done, but that's basically all I have to do before it's rideable. So I'm hoping that that gets done soon. I need to actually call around and get some quotes for how much it's going to cost for me to do that. Importantly, how is the cat suit coming for the cat helmet? I don't have a cat suit, but... These damn tires, I swear it. And I swear. They are. I mean, it sucks that I can't just do it myself. I'll find someone to do the tires, and then I'll be fine. I'll be alright. I'll get someone to do the tires, I'll get someone to do the wheel bearings, because I don't want to fucking deal with that anymore, and then I'll just put... Basically, at that point, I just have to actually weld my exhaust brackets on, and at that point, my exhaust will be mounted, and then at that point, all I'll have to do is make sure that I have to finish hooking up the new master cylinder I have, and I have to put that all back together and fill it all up and make sure it works, but at that point, like, it's drivable. Like, it needs probably some new cables, like some new throttle cables, but I think I can drive it with the way it is currently. If I do something, some awful powerful thing. If I do some awful powerful thinking, I have a chain and a swig of corn squeezing and take off my shoes and I have to do some... What the fuck? What? You guys trying to give me a stroke? Why didn't you drill a hole and rubber mount it? What? I'd love to see you riding the bike. I want to see it too. It's honestly, I'm really excited about it. It's super cool. I think I made a decision, by the way, chat, on the RX-7 front. I think I've figured out in my head what I'm going to do. There is cat hair entering my nose. I think I figured out what I'm going to do. I am going to get my RX-7 down here. I'm not selling the RX-7. I've decided I'm not selling the RX-7. I'm getting that shit down here. I'm going to sell the BMW and maybe the Rebel. And basically, I will take all the money I get from selling the E30 and I will pump it into the RX-7 and make the RX-7 drivable. And if that costs me a couple $100, if that costs me a couple $1,000, that's fine. At least at that point, I'll have a running, driving, somewhat reliable car that I can actually have and drive around and not have to be fully reliant on my motorcycle. But at the same time, I'll also have, should also be finishing up. How is there so much cat hair on my fucking lip? God damn it. At least at that point, the bike should be able, like, getting done by that point, and so I'll be able to drive the bike. So my vehicle situation will be basically the Prince bike and the RX-7, which neither of them are totally daily drivable by themselves, but between the two of them, I should be able to be fine. You spectacular tonight? Oh, thank you. Bro, you don't know how much E30 costs these days? You're fucking crazy. What do you mean you don't know how much E30s cost these days, dude? That thing is... I can't keep that thing. It's so expensive. It's not... Do you want to buy it? Do you want to? I'll sell it for you. I'll sell it to you for $2,000 right now. If you give me $2,000, I will give you that. I will sell you that fucking car for $2,000. Dude, it's so hot in here. Oh my god. I gotta go turn on the AC. Hold on. Be right back, chat. I'll do another fit check on you. That's not the right button. There you go. Hey, Moogie. I'm gonna buy it for $5. What's ARC-7? ARC-7? Oh, RX-7. I just scored my job. I start on Monday. Hold the car for me. Okay. Alright. I will hold the car for you. Maybe we will make a deal if you're down. I don't know if I can afford to keep that car because like it needs wheel bearings, it needs an interior, it needs a new top, and it needs body work. And so there's just a bunch of shit that needs in. I could feasibly do it, and there is a part of me that kind of wants to. I think if I didn't have the RX-7, I would probably not get rid of it. I'd probably just pump the wheel bearings into it, and I would just try to keep it running because the engine and transmission are strong. So it's mainly just like the other parts that are fucked up, that like the wheel bearings, the fucking suspension. I mean, the suspension's fine, I think. It's mainly the wheel bearings, the top, the interior, and the dent in the side of it. What's your timeline on this? Are you getting tax refund with that? No, but I am hopefully gonna sell my toolbox. Once I sell the toolbox, I'll get the RX-7 down here, and hopefully I'll sell the BMW at some point. But I literally, my landlord, or not my landlord, but the park manager was like, so, that BMW runs, right? And I'm like, oh, oof. Needs apex seals, needs clutch, you need joints and suspension. What? Why does my car need apex seals? Needs clutch and you need joint. Wait. You talking about a different car? Need apex seals and new clutch and what? What? Are you saying that my RX-7 needs a new clutch and new suspension and new joints? It might need new ball joints at some point, but it's got a relatively new clutch, and it's also got a relatively new suspension, so it doesn't need new suspension or a clutch or apex seals, because it's also got relatively new apex seals too. So it's like I'm not I'm not worried about the engine itself on the inside. Needs apex. Imagine I get it started and it does need apex seals, I'll just be like, fuck! God damn it! Yeah, I don't know what I would do if I had to take that engine out of that car. That would be an issue. Paying for shipping? Yeah, well, that's the thing. Also, the toolbox are probably about $2,000, and then I'll use basically 1,000 of that to get it down here, and then I'll use probably the rest of that grand to put new tires, new battery, and I think I'm just gonna run with the carburetor it has. I'm eventually gonna have to get rid of that carburetor and try to get a new one, but for now, it should work. I might have to rebuild it, but it's not that big of a deal. I'll just rebuild the carburetor and just run with it. RX-7 is an insane car. It is an insane car. I love it. I mean, it's like, I don't even know if I have a picture of it somewhere. I need to find a picture of it. I love that car, chat. It's like, I was thinking about it, and I was considering selling it, and I was so upset about the idea. The idea of selling it just upset me so much that I was just like, it's not even worth it. There's no it's like, I would be able to sell it for probably $3,000 right now in its current condition, and I don't want to do that. I like that car a lot, and it was my first car. I love that car. I'm not getting rid of that car. I want to have that. If I can have any car forever, I want it to be that RX-7. So I'm gonna fucking get that RX-7 down here, and then we're gonna do it. Sell the Prince bike and buy a 5.3 and put it in the... Why would I sell the Prince bike? Buy a 5.3 and put it in the RX-7? Are you ridiculous? Are you fucking rage baiting me right now? Are you rage baiting right now? Are you rage baiting me right meow? Right meow? No. 5.3 liter. Fuck you. Fuck you. Get your fucking piston engine out of my goddamn RX-7, you heathenite. You heathen. You fucking... Get that shit away from my beautiful, untainted rotary. Fuck Doritos. Fuck you! I'm sorry I like to rev to 9,000 RPM. I'm sorry I like to have a little engine that's awesome to drive and that doesn't suck. I'm sorry I don't like fucking boring ass V8 engines that don't fit in a fucking car that wasn't meant for it. Fuck you. If you put an LS engine in an RX-7, then you deserve to have your toe stubbed every day for like a year. Fuck you. Did you say you were getting rid of the RX-7 to Florida? Getting rid of your RX-7? I was thinking about selling it, but I don't think I will. RB swap it? RB? Untainted, unworking rotor. It does work, dude. That thing works so well. I love that car, man. It's always been the most reliable car I've ever had. You know, I drove that E30 down to Florida, and it didn't make it. It stopped in Georgia. It didn't make it, chat. But you know what did make it all the way down to Florida? The RX-7. It did. And then I raced it, and then I broke my arm, and then I couldn't drive it home. But I did fucking race it. And I did drive it all the way down here, and it never gave up. And that fucking, man, I love that car. It's so good. That it would run at the moment? Well, it needs a new battery, and it might need a carb clean. But there's nothing that would prevent it from running specifically. I mean, it's not like it just needs probably, maybe a carb clean and new battery. Probably start up just fine, if I'm being honest with you. I have no doubt, or at least I'm fairly confident that once I get that thing out of the field, I put some new tires on it, put a new battery in it, maybe go through the carburetor, that shit's gonna fire right the fuck up, dude. Like it always does, because it's a fucking beautiful piece of machinery. Why did you pick the E30 over the Dorito when you moved down to Florida? The RX-7 just isn't a daily driver, that's why. The E30, at least the E30 was daily drivable for a while. The RX-7 is not daily drivable. It just isn't. It doesn't have AC. It doesn't have power brakes. It doesn't have power steering. It has power windows, but they barely work. It's not a daily driver. It's just not. And it will never be a daily driver. But that's why I have the bike. The bike is probably what I'll drive 90% of the time. The RX-7 is what I drive when it's raining, or I have to get, like, groceries or some shit. You know what I mean? I mean, you're bust? No, dude. I'm not putting any piss. Do you understand weight dynamics? Do you understand, like, weight distribution on a car? Especially on a Japanese car that's meant for rally driving? Do you understand the concept of weight balance? God, you guys are fucking rage baiting me again. It's not working. It is working, and I hate it. Do you ever figure out the bearing space situation for the bike? No, I have not. The spacer is the big deal. I have the bearings. I have new bearings for it, right? I have all the new bearings that I need for it, but I do not have the spacer that goes in between them. And that is the big deal. I tried to buy one from Germany, and they said no. So I don't know where I'm gonna get one. So I'm going to probably call a couple places, and like I'm gonna call some places that are gonna do the tires, and I'm just gonna ask them like, hey, I need this part. Can you get me this part? If I bring you the tires and then just leave them with you for a while, can you get a new spacer, put the bearings in, and do the tires, and just do everything, so I don't have to worry about it? Because I really just don't fucking want to worry about it anymore. For a GT 2005, there's one in the 78 Mustang. Why 78? I feel like 69 is like the Mustang year, you know what I mean? You've lost your diesel mechanic skills? What? Why have I haven't lost my diesel mechanic skills. I could do it if I wanted to. I just don't want to. Listen, I busted my fucking face open doing that shit. I don't want to do it again, man. It was the only car I cared about. 67? Ah, yeah, there you go. I was about to say, like, isn't 78 like the Mustang 2 era, or like the... Or was that the Mach 2 era? I don't remember. The Mach cars were cool. Mach Mustangs were cool. Anyway, chat. I think I'm gonna end it here. I probably am gonna go get some more nuggies. I probably need to eat more. I need to try and eat more. But, thank you everybody for watching. I will be live again tomorrow. You dipping? I'm dipping. I'm doing the dips. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll be live again tomorrow. Goodbye! Before you get rid of the E30, can you make a video from the audio from Shark Tale? At least treats me like somebody, but you would... What? Or whatever. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Bye!